Hi, by the way. Greeting everyone. You can't hear me. Hi, Donk. Hi, Mark. Hi, Elise. Elisa. Hi. Hi, everyone. I know I've missed some people. I
Tarsa,
apologize.
welcome to my channel.
Hi, welcome everyone to my
Zero
channel.
zero underscore Ava. Welcome to my channel.
Welcome. Feel free to chat in the chat or lurk if you want to, whatever suits you. Bugger me. Here I am reading you this dialogue and you can't hear me. He frowns as if about to protest, but he gives in with a sigh. Lady Aelys has reached an age where it is prudent for her to marry. I said she's overly ripe. Given this legacy business, I can't let her fertile years slip by, nor do I want her womb to fester in the presence of so many hollowborn. Okay, it seems like there would be more potential suitors in New Heomar or New Yarma. You think I haven't considered that? Arranging a suitable match is difficult. The best prospects for my child lay in Ina's Rest. Okay, where's the rest of your family? Surely they don't want to miss your daughter's betrothal. Lady Harland is ill-suited for travel, I'm afraid, and unfortunately Aelys has few other close relatives. My sister and her husband, Aelys's aunt and uncle, of course, have been visiting Adir these past months. He rubs his knuckles. As for siblings, Aelys has none. My wife has only given birth to Hollowborn, since Aelys, that is. Let's get back to your daughter. Tell me about her disappearance. We stopped in Deerford for a few days. On our fourth evening here, I was making plans to continue our journey. Lady Aelys fell ill, was feeling unwell, and went to bed. When I retired a couple of hours later, I found that she had vanished. None of my men had seen her go, and no one at the inn knew where she was. Since then, my people have been combing the village, but we've yet to find a clue, and the locals have been of no help. Okay, so this is the extra stream that I owed y'all, by the way, but I do want to continue with this particular game. Let's go back to my previous questions. Tell me about yourself.
Zero underscore underscore Sophia.
Hi,
Welcome to
Sophia.
my channel.
Welcome. Goodbye. That was rather abrupt, wasn't it? By the way, am getting things. I've got my alerts set back up and stuff, and I'm getting things set back up with my channel slowly but surely. Things that I didn't really wasn't able to comprehend last year because I had been under too much stress. So now I have been able to rest a little bit, and I'm starting to grasp things, says the old woman. So I know that the Grieving Mother is down here. Let's just take care of that. Get that over with. I have actually think when we streamed this last time, I did take her with me, but there are certain classes I'm not good at playing in this game. Best to simply admit it and have it over with. So there she is. Hi.
Welcome to my channel.
This is a lot of reading again, guys, and I don't mind reading to you. You just have to be patient with me, please. So, Grieving Mother. This middle-aged peasant woman is dressed in a brown leather cloth draped down to her knees. Her hands are working at separating stingy, colorless vegetables. Stringy, sorry, I was going stingy. How are the stringy, colorless vegetables in a pile before her, stripping the heads off the long, fibrous stems with a paring knife. She discards the stems one by one, placing the heads of the vegetables into a small cradle-like basket in front of her. She doesn't greet you as you approach. You're not even sure she knows you're there. Excuse me. The woman doesn't respond. She keeps stripping the heads from the vegetables with a steady rhythm. She may be deaf. There's no indication she heard you. So let's study the woman. By the way, you probably won't see my rabbit today. He's laying in his toilet on his side, sleeping very heavily. But you may see anyhow other members of my household walking back and forth. At a glance, she seems nothing more than a middle-aged woman, unremarkable, maybe less stern than most, who seems more focused on the weaving in her lap than her surroundings. Yet you suddenly notice she's not stripping the vegetables before her any longer. She's weaving, and the vegetable pots are now missing. She still pays you no mind, her brown locks torn and snagged from lack of washing. Like many of the town folk you've seen, there's a strange blur to her. Even the motion of her hands, you can hear my baby sneezing perhaps, seem to be playing with threads that lack color in a shape that lacks interest. Oh, my sweetheart. I maybe am only going to have him for another few weeks. I've been fighting for his life for a long time now. It may be that she is half-minded or deaf, but something feels wrong. As you watch, her knitting takes on an odd cadence, and you have a terrible suspicion that something lurks beneath what your eyes are showing you. Let's focus on the woman. Her brown hair is long, almost impossibly to the length of her hands. As you follow the stems of her locks downward, the hair becomes long and black, splitting off into threads of black and silver and wrapping around her hands. She is forming a soul cradle.
Welcome to my channel.
Hi, welcome. She's forming a soul cradle with the threads, braiding a net in front of you, each finger long and sharp like a series of knitting needles, almost hypnotic. The silver and black strands of her hair weave together, with silver predominating as a highlight, the black shadowing it. So hi, welcome everyone. Hope you're doing great. And suddenly you are calm. You're on a plateau, almost the height of a tower, several stories high. The plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding it in all directions, a forest, hazy with mist. Although whether it is actual mist or distance or a recollection, resting in the curve of a natural arch above you is a great copper bell, half again the size of a man.
Welcome to my channel.
Hi, welcome. Hanging at attention, as if looking down on you and the event unfolding before you. The plateau has soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you. You feel different, not disembodied, but you feel your body, your physical contours have changed along with the surroundings. And you hear a soft series of chimes, like wind chimes. At the sound, the scene gains color and texture, as if the sound is beckoning you gently forth, filling your senses and thoughts, like mist rolling softly into a sealed chamber. And the chime coaxes you deeper into the memory, and you're certain it is a memory, a warm one. You are on the stone of the plateau, your knees on the warm texture of the ground, silver, white, shimmering like Ogre. The plateau is formed of it, glistening in the sun. You can feel the heat on your skin, your wrists, and your hands. Your hands are in motion, weaving, not thread, but gathering tenderly, moving along the first movements of Baroth's wheel. Your hands are wet. Your hands are upon the flesh of a newborn child, and you can feel the crowning of a tiny head turning in your grip, its head slick, wet from the womb. The hands you are inhabiting, have done this many times, and they are practiced and confident. You can feel distant pains in your own head as the head emerges. A stream of fluid from the womb helps the newborn slide forth, and a woman's labored breathing crying out. So let us focus on the child and the movement of our hands. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes, clear, cutting through the haze of memory. You cannot see where they are coming from, but they are close, and they are meant as a comfort, Of that you are certain. So let's draw the child forth. And coaxed by your hands, every movement causing the chimes to sound again. Almost eagerly the child comes forth, and as it does, your hands are in motion, weaving along the length of a soft, wet rope. No, an umbilical cord from the legs of the naked woman before you. You are holding a small child, still wet from the womb. Before you, the child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul, the ringing of chimes echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges as if you are viewing a soul within a soul. But it is there. It is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out for, let's surrender the child. You surrender the child to her, something you have done many times before. And as your hands move, the chimes echo the movement, and you realize the chimes are hanging from the cords of your wrists. And where once they echoed in the memory, they are now echoing in the child's mind as well. The chimes are intended to welcome the child, to be its first gentle greeting into the world, a soothing sound guided by the tender motions of your wrists. You are helping to weave its thoughts, its perceptions, and the experience. The experience. The woman laughs with a ragged joy, laughing from a parched throat. Her emotions seem soothed, but the physical demands of labor have left her exhausted. But the child is here. The child is safe. And all atop the plateau is peaceful, calm, distant, flattening out as the memory persists. So we're going to slowly pull back from the memory. With effort, the scene bleeds of color, and your mind becomes your own again. There is no pull, no anchor, yet the sound of the chimes remains. As they existed in the memory, they sound here as well. And they are hanging from woven braids on the wrists of the woman before you. Even as your head is spinning from the touch of her mind, the sound of the chimes on her wrists is sharp and clear, as if coaxing you back to the real world. The woman still sits before you, but she is nothing like what you first saw. She is wearing black, shredded garments that drape over her form like streamers. Her hair is streaks of black and run through with silver. Her age is almost impossible to tell. She simply feels old, like a crumbled watchtower. As she lifts her head to face you, you see that her hair is draped across the front of her face, like a veil. What you first saw of her was a mental glamour of some sort, unconscious, and you realize what you see is not what the world sees, and you are perhaps the first to see her true self. Still, you don't sense a threat in that realization. If anything, you feel a sense of relief from the figure. You can hear her thoughts, and she is glad to be seen. So, let's ask her what that was.
I am seen, but the eyes of others do not remember. You were the first to see me as I am, the call stripped aside.
There is a light touch on her mind, on your mind, a caress, and her left hand mirrors the motion of the touch, reaching up to the air between you. You hear the chime on her wrist sound softly. Her hand moves as if pantomiming, resting on your cheek at a distance, and she speaks softly and slowly.
Your memories. Cadence of wheels on a caravan track. Fever. Questions by running water. Violence in a night's campfire. Arrows in the dark. And fleeing. Falling rock and cracking stone. And a storm. The storm.
She stops, her hand frozen in the air.
The storm that brushed you. Did its screaming wake you from your mind's cradle? Your memory of it is painful. Its cry is difficult to ignore. It's like a child. Many children crying out.
Okay, I encountered a biowack. Yes, it did something to me. Her hand withdraws shyly, the chime sounding softly once again. The woman stands uncertainly, as if she has been sitting for some time, or is too weak to bear her own weight. You notice her cheekbones are tight, her face gaunt. Yet while her stance is weak, she seems determined to stand before you.
You are able to see me.
It is almost a question. You suddenly realize she doesn't seem to know what you saw when you looked at her. The image on the plateau, yet the image was so clear, so sharp. You're surprised she didn't feel you there. By the way, I'll cut out where the stream dropped
See me as a rare
when I
gift,
post it
a
in
watcher's
YouTube.
gift.
Okay, so I've never been able to do that with a living person except you.
So many questions, thoughts whirling like storm winds. That storm still roars through you, deep beneath your thoughts, yet muted and secret, like an underground river. I cannot tell if it is carving new channels or eroding what keeps your true strength buried. The fact that you could hear it at all, survive it, is something few have ever done. Your power will grow stronger with each soul you touch, as it allowed you to reach out to mine.
So we have to touch those people even if I don't read you every single story. There is silence, and although it seems to last for but a heartbeat, in your thoughts it stretches out between the two of you, like a pull between your minds. You blink, take a breath, and then realize she wants to ask you a question. You can't form the words, as if assembling them is painful, or there simply are not enough pieces. Okay. Let's ask her then if she wants to travel with us. You feel aware of a fear, gusted with the strength of relief, although oddly her expression does not change. Then fear dissipates and you feel strength and certainty, as if the plateau from her memory lies beneath you and a calm sky looks down upon you. Okay, so and this becomes the question: is I've not played a cipher hugely. I did have a cipher once, but I didn't get very far with the game. So let's put Canna over there for the moment, or well, he's our functioning thief. So let's put him over there for a moment and try with her. And by the way, this is the exception to the rule. Usually we have to be at our stronghold to reform our party. So he will go back to our stronghold, by the by. Let's make sure we're working on something. Okay. We do need to sell some stuff. Let's go do that. Let's save this because it was a rather long conversation. We don't want to have to do it yet again. No. It's the apothecary. There's the armory. Question is always, where's the door? It's on that side. Okay, alles klar. So I do hope everyone's doing wonderfully. The stream seems to be stable. Here's crossing our fingers. If so, then I can leave these settings. This morning I had it tested and it said it was capable of supporting 7 bits. Then it said 4,200 and something, and it's just all over the place. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Greetings.
A portly, smiling man stands behind a warped wooden counter, polishing a buckler. He looks up. Haven't seen you before. Always glad to see a new face in town. Company's good for business, and chatter's good for the soul. That's what I always say. Anyhow, what can I do for you? Yeah, I'm looking for a woman named Aelys. That lord's got you asking around too, eh? He grunts. At least you ask politely enough. Bad enough having a small army move into town, but then they start throwing their weight around and telling you your business. That's kind of what I thought, too. Treating everybody like they're stupid yokels. He shakes his head and clucks. That's the problem with these lords. They think their money and their family name entitle them to some kind of special treatment. That's just where I come from. We had a doctor move from Louisville down there, and his daughter was all, stuck up like she thought she was something better. She learned real quick. That's not how it works there. They expect everyone to fawn over them the way their servants do. No, sir. That's not the kind of people we are, not in the Deerwood. We broke away from a deer to get away from that kind of nonsense. If they think. Yeah. Let's pick number 1. Winfrith, focus. I'm looking for the girl. Of course. I was just getting to her. He clears his throat. I haven't seen her. Not since she went missing, anyway. She mostly kept to herself. He shrugs and wipes at the buckler again. But you know how women are. Always carrying on, full of palaver, once you get any 2 of them together. Thanks for the follow. I told you I was getting my alerts set up, didn't I? I have a variety of those, by the way. Perfectly, once you get any 2 of them together, perfectly harmless, mind you. I'm not criticizing, just feels like they never run out of things to say. Man, he's what the Germans call a Quatchtante. I am so glad everyone's here, by the way. That girl seemed rather quiet, downright shy, if I do say so, but even Hendina got her talking. Just goes to show you. Okay, who's Hendina? An alchemist. Runs a small stand. My lord, that man can chatter interminably. Runs a small stand near the center of town. Talented lady, but she had a run-in with some worms not long ago. She's lucky it wasn't that ogre that's been a roaming about. It took all of Rembold's pigs the other day. Did you hear? But don't get him started. He's still sore about the subject. Well, I would be too if all my pigs disappeared. Let's be honest about it. Once you get him wound up about that ogre and his pigs, he just won't stop talking, for pity's sake. What else is going on here? Oh, we're a quiet little town. Not much happens here. Especially not since the legacy hit. People realized they couldn't have babies and just stopped trying altogether. Oh my Lord, how horrible. No wonder everyone's wound so tight. And that takes a lot of excitement out of the day-to-day, if you can believe it. Show me what you have for sale. Okay, so we've used those up. Oh, it didn't decrease the value. Cool. We accidentally erased one of the spells. By we, I mean me. Biddy. Low to high here. Okay, let's get rid of some of this. We have been pack rats for the last little while, haven't we? Again, by we, I mean me. We don't really need that. Let's just sell those. Bah. We'll look and see if anyone needs those. We don't want to get rid of our Hood of Vodka yet. We might need that again. One never knows. Whoa. That'll give us some cash. Cool. So, he probably doesn't have anything else. Most of the stuff that's of interest is up at the top of the page, by the way. Okay, that gives us some ready cash. We were running very low. My poor baby. Alrighty. So let's save that again. And let's go talk to Rumble. Get him all hit up. It could be fun. Well, he's got a few pigs left. Either that or he got himself some new ones. There's some proper farming community here is what it is. Some proper farm folk. Rumbold. A man paces angrily in front of a wrecked animal pen, his sun-weathered face twisted in ire. He's so wrapped up in his fury that he doesn't seem to notice you. Galloway's slobbering beasts, blazing bloody effigy, thrice damned salty wench and her soggy. We probably better interrupt him here. I don't tell people to watch their language. What's wrong? That monster stole my pigs, traipsed into the village, tore down my pen, and made off with the whole damned herd. Just left a few little rents. And what am I supposed to do with them? Calm down and tell me what happened. That seems reasonable. He bites his lip and closes his eyes. His nostrils flare with each quick, angry breath. Wife's always telling me to mind my temper. Just breathe deep and count to 10. I made my kids count to 100 by prime numbers, by the way. An ogre moved into the area not long ago. Folk had been seeing glimpses and tracks out in the woods. Oh, forgot to change that thing back. But it seemed to be staying away from town, or so we all thought until it made off with my pigs. Now everyone's afraid it's going to develop a taste for kith, if it hadn't already. Okay. Did you see the ogre take your pigs? What else would have destroyed my pen and made off with my herd? And at the same time, the rest of the village is seeing a 10-foot monster in the forest. I know it's too late to get my pigs back, but it'd set my mind at ease to see that thing's head shorn from its neck. In fact, you bring its ugly pate to me, and I'll trade you for something that's less use to a farmer like me than to a rowdy-looking sort like yourself. Thank you very much. Okay. What do you know about the ogre? Let's finish that. It's the same as any other, I'm sure. A big, ugly son of a bitch with nasty temper and an appetite to match. Tregill could tell you more. He claims to have seen it in the woods. You can find him in his shop, right by the broken tower. Need something else? So, have you seen any sign of this missing young lady? His hands curl into knobby fists. How many times do I have to repeat myself? I already told those snooping guards I haven't seen her. But that hasn't kept them from nosing around my property. Better be careful. He shoots you, put matches in your hands, lighter fluid, and claim he was trying to burn down his barn. Yep. That's how it works where I come from. So let's go talk to the pharmacist about the young lady, and then we'll go talk to actually it's a tanner who's in that tower. That's the, go one more over. Go one more over. So, let's go talk to her. A young woman leans against a wagon. One arm and one side of her face are covered in bandages with raw, rippled flesh showing underneath. A minty, tangy scent wafts from her dressing. She smiles painfully. Just ventured into town? I'm about dry on some of my stocks, but you're welcome to have a look-see. What a strange turn of phrase. Let's see. I'm looking for why is your stock limited? It's the damned roads. Can't reach none of my suppliers, so I'm stuck with whatever I can scrounge up in the woods. Dry cap, river reed, and the like. That's well and good, but most potions require something stronger too. Troll skin, vessel bone. I got some of that for her. We didn't sell any yet. What have you? And then there's the really rare ingredients, things you'd never be able to afford, let alone find on your own. What did you find? She winces as the rest of the story comes tumbling out of her. I've been keeping an eye on a drake's nest near town. She's got balls. And Deerford Crossing. The beast stayed... I hope that's in your toilet and not over the edge. Sorry, talking to my rabbit. The beast stayed just long enough to lay a clutch and move on. Thank the Sky Mother it wasn't a full-grown dragon. Honey, I have respect for dragons, let me tell you. She looks at her bandaged arm and grimaces. Fresh eggs are much more useful than the ones that get passed between merchants or left in nests for weeks or more. And that clutch looked to me to be at its peak. Thought I'd see about getting an egg, and I didn't realize so many of them were already hatched. Or that young worms were so territorial. The young usually don't know how to control what they're like spiders and snakes and stuff. Let's see. I suppose we can discuss me getting that egg for you. She keeps her gaze steady, but you see hope kindling in her eyes and twitching at the corners of her mouth. I sure hope you're not leading me on. I don't think I could stand getting burned again. She bites her lip. If you really mean to go after it, I'd certainly pay you. Just remember, big as they are, dragon eggs are fragile. And there's a lot more I can do with a whole one.
Welcome.
She adjusts one of her bandages. Anything else I can do for you? I've got some handy ointments if you're braving the roads anytime soon. So first, I want to know about the noble woman who's missing, please. Number 2. Oh, that lord's daughter? She was a new shade of green when I seen her the other morning. Chatting with Treegale she was, just outside his shop. She points at the crumbling tower. Well, what was wrong with her? She tugs at her bandage. No offense, but I hardly know you, and I'm not one for gossip, and I certainly don't want to cause the poor girl any trouble, okay? Her father says she was ill from her travels. That weren't no road sickness, trust me. I know it when I see it. So, can you tell me anything about the Angwithan ruins nearby? Hard to throw a stone in the wilds without knocking over someone's sacred altar pillars. Smart travelers avoid them. But if you're really set on sightseeing, Beodmar can point you in the right direction. He keeps up the little temple on the northwest edge of town. What's wrong with the roads? A noise of disgust rattles in her throat. Brigands, looters, you name it. The gods may be hollowing out our babies, but it's grown folk that's rubbing out the rest of us. People are scrambling to Defiance Bay because they hear there's healthy births there. And all those refugees and abandoned homes attract desperate sorts of flies on dog shit. Okay, that's picturesque. See your wares? Show enough. Okay, and we do too. We've got some of the stuff she needs. I don't know that it's not going to make any difference in the storyline, really. Well, we'll get more of that stuff. Left and right. So that was the sort of thing that she said she needed. I can get some more of those too, I'm sure. Just sell that too. Wow. That goes quickly, doesn't it? We're racking up some cash really fast here. Okay, so let's save. Let's go over and talk to the...
The smell around here reminds me of this stable hand, Drutman. Not real popular with the women, Drutman.
I do. I like Adair. I got a little crush on Adair. So, I can't find anywhere. We'll talk about this later. Let me take care of this customer. Hello, Sha.
Hello.
Sturdy, broad-shouldered man wipes his hands on his slacks. He reeks of the same foul compound wafting from the vats, and his arms are stained with dye. You looking to purchase some leather? Can you tell me something about the young lady who went missing? Only that her father's men have been banging down doors and stirring up trouble looking for her. I never met her myself. Hendina says you two had met. He folds his arms, the smell of tallow and animal dung wafting off of him. Did she now? And what else did she say? She saw the two of you talking. What was it about? Her father's dragged her out here to get hitched to some backwoods noble. She wanted to escape, all right, and I was happy to give it to her. We snuck across the river a few nights ago for some private time. Come to find out, we weren't exactly alone. An ogre taller than Winfrith's tails sprung out of the forest, and we were so lost in the heat of the moment, we didn't notice it until it was upon us. Well, now lost Swanee. Okay, it grabbed Aelys and disappeared into the night before I could even pull up my britches. So why didn't you mention this to her father? His lordship's guards have bashed in enough doors looking for the girl. I'm not eager to have them do the same to my head. He measured you with a gaze. She could still be alive. I'm in no shape to go after her, but that Herond looks like he'd have coppers to spare for anyone who found her. He scratches his cheek with fingers stained red and yellow. Others around here have seen the ogre east of town. Took most of Rumbald's pigs just the other day. If someone were to find it, there'd be a lot of grateful people in Deerford. Okay? He wipes the splotch of dye from his elbow with his shirt tail. Something else you need? What's in the collapsed tower? It's collapsed. Nothing. He rolls his eyes and shrugs. Few hides on stretching racks and the tallow stench of danglers always grumbling about. And the tallow stench danglers always grumbling about. The rest of the keep's dust. Just like the fool lady Thanu who tried to hold it. There's a bard at the inn who'll tell you the blazing story or the whole blazing story if you want to hear it. Okay, show me what you got for sale. What you got? Oh. This one will restore endurance. What you do? This one reduces the amount of critical damage you take. Yes, please. Nice. Okay. Naha. He's the one who seems to get hit an awful lot, isn't he? Maybe give him this. Maybe give him this. A wand, but he can use a scepter. The scepter's better than the wand, so let's just change that out. Okay. Excellent. So I guess we'll go after a troll, won't we? Let's go talk to the cleric too, however, before we leave town. I have this odd feeling there's someone at the inn we should have talked to. Who are you? Oh, okay. This is one of those soul people. I don't want to read all those to you. We'll be here forever. If you read through all those, you can get a good probably 200 hours of playtime out of this game. It's just like, where's the church? Oh, it's on the other side. Well, it'll have to wait. I don't feel like going all the way back to the other side for that. He said east, right? East? Says the dyslexic woman. What? Ooh, tea. I was going to say they usually come in sort of like small herds. So I don't have the battles set to be particularly hard on this, so that when we do get into a massive battle, we don't have to keep reloading the game. Well, this is the chimes on her wrist, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Ugh. Come on, people. Oh. Nice. Nice. How convenient. It's a fallen tower. Or a ruined tower. I guess it's just ruined. It's not really fallen. How many of them are there? Ooh! It's a whole herd! It's a herd of wild wolves. What's this? This a charm spell in essence? Let's do that. Where is she? Feel? Darling, get over here so you can be useful.
Hey.
Oh, they're not as hard as one assumes they would be. Have they got antlers growing all around them? I guess I just... This is very strange. Just want to say. Is that Aloth himself? Nay. Ader's on his butt, though. Oh, it's the wolf. I didn't see it.
Hey.
Still not sure where the horns are coming from. Or the thorns, I guess it is, right? What? Okay. I'm a bit confused. I apologize. What's this? Oh, an elder wolf fang. That sounds like that's worth some cash. So let's go back a little bit. Shh. Shh. They frequently say shh. Oh yeah, Kana's not in the party. He's the one who's always saying that. Okay, I just thought we might discover some secret there. We did not. But we did here. There we go. And that's why we do that, is to either sneak past people or to try to reveal secrets, which, you know, at a certain point, we don't even have to sneak anymore. We just sort of find them. They just jump out and surrender. No, please don't. I will tell you all my secrets. We might be on the wrong side of the river. We'll have to see. People are going, what? Did you ever see the movie The Mummy? Where they jump off the boat? Looks to me like I got all the horses. Looks to me like you're on the wrong side of the river. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Does anyone know where they're going? It's like, where are you people going? What? So it looks like they're just going to stand around there and be naughty. So we'll have to try to hit them from here. Ooh, that beetle has teleportation powers. Cool. Aleph, why are you up front? He can't move either. He seems to be stuck. He didn't cast a spell.
How bad?
Was there a name for what's wrong with you? That's definitely Olaf. Stuck up front for some reason. Oh, I didn't see the stone beetle in the middle. You, darling, why are you up front? You are not a... You are not a melee fighter. You should not be up front. Where are you? Am I the only one having problems seeing these people? Okay. Dude, du bist uns sowas von scheißegal. We don't even care about you. You're an afterthought. We'll kill you when we get around to it. Ooh, that was very rude, wasn't it?
All right, then.
You're not even important enough for me to kill you. What? How rude. Okay. This is interesting. A statue with legs. Not exactly what we came after this time, but we will want to do that later. We came looking for an ogre. Which means we're insane, clearly, because, I mean, nobody goes looking for an ogre, do they? It'd be completely mental. Wow. That sounds really impressive. Widowmaker spider. Ooh. Okay, now that one I'm scared of.
Leave it to me.
Kill the little one so we can get on with it.
This one would help.
Yes, this one is very weak, and that's not very useful to me. Oh, this looks promising. That looks like the leg of a deer. Oh, yes, this looks very promising. It's a grizzly cave. Not like a grizzly lives there, but like it's grizzly. Blech. He's the one who could have used it the most. Let's take a look at her and make sure that she has a ranged weapon even equipped. So, what is she wearing? Fine padded armor. This is 7. This is 6. And in these newer games, I always get confused, but the newer games, the higher the number, the better the armor. So, in our old games, we used to play the lower the number. You go down to -10, the better the armor. But they swapped that around at one point. Shh! I thought Kana was the only one who did that. Find the ogre's lair somewhere in the wilderness outside of Deerford village. This is sort of creepy and Fucker gave us away. Ah, me before I could get my shot off. Oh, he's chained. Well, that sucks. I better get him all head up. We better. They're all chained. This game, by the way, is, in my opinion, it's very kinky. People are always being chained in this game. I'm just saying. Holy shit, now they're coming from the other side. Ah! Not him. He's not strong enough. Been flanked.
Leave it to me. You're not getting through me.
Okay, so where are we at now? He had better heal himself. He might want to start thinking about something similar. Fucker me. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Oh, fuck's sake. The pathfinding in this game is lacking. Let us say it that way. Let's try that there. And phantom foes invades the mind of the target area, causing them to believe they are surrounded by phantom foes. Let's give that a shot. That is actually good enough.
Lava will be on seek.
Let's keep an eye on these guys because they'll just stop fighting. You're like, no. I don't think I was breathing that whole time. No, yeah. Feels like it after the fact. It certainly feels like I wasn't breathing. Whoa. Okay. Let us save our game.
Steady does it. Of course.
One would think there wouldn't be any more spiders back here, but one could be desperately mistaken. Oh, this looks like it leads to the ogre, doesn't it?
I'm going to guess that whatever lives here gets very, very hungry.
I agree with you. Let's see if we can play out the scene with the ogre properly. I've done it before. Bears? There's bars back here. Do we have to go through the bears? I've forgotten. I guess we won't. As you advance into the darkness, the ground begins to tremble. You hear plodding footfalls, growling breaths, and bone-snapping crunches. An ogre steps out of the shadows, 10 feet tall and bulging with muscles. He tears a mouthful from a hoofed, pink-fleshed limb and tosses it aside. He watches you from under the thick ridge of his brow. Too well equipped to be a villager, a bandit from the road then must be. The ogre snorts and tightens his grip around the club. He's very well spoken for an ogre, I feel. I've kept to myself, killed no one but the fools reckless enough to chase me down here. Why have you come looking for me? A farmer in Darwood claims you ate his pigs. Let's start with the elven woman. Korgrak's snarl reveals a row of large stained teeth. I've done my best to avoid Kith, especially the kind that might give rise to search parties. He scratches his knuckles and eyes you. She never came here, of that I'm sure. Then I shall look elsewhere. I want to ask you something else, if I may. Please? Speak fast. He glares at a spot over your shoulder as if he expects to see someone lurking behind you. What are you doing in this cave? Hiding from your kind. He scratches a tusk, glaring at you, Kith driven from their homes by strange storms. Bandits out for blood and coin. My kind is unsafe around Kith at the best of times, but now tempers run hot and ogre blood is valued among your alchemists. His fingers flex around his club. Well, the Direwood is huge. Surely there's a better place for you to hide out. He smashes his club into the ground. You think I haven't looked? I've wandered the wood from the Iska Ian to here. A spider-filled cave is the best hiding spot I've found yet. He clutches his club with both hands and draws it closer. And you seem sensible enough to understand that now that you've found me here, I can't let you leave. Let's try the diplomatic approach, because I've been able in the past to get him to actually protect my stronghold. So let's say you needn't stay in this miserable cave. I'm sure a big, strong ogre like you would have no problem out in the wood. He squeezes his... Oh, fuck. Okay, that's not what I wanted, so let's try to load the game. No. How did I do that? I got him to join to protect my stronghold before. My sweet baby. Mama loves her baby. She does.
Of course.
So, let's go ahead and get on our knees. Maybe I need to ask him about the pigs before we start talking about anything else. I'm glad the bears didn't attack, though.
You could be worse. There could be more bones.
I suppose. Let's try this again. Bugga, bugga, bugga. Okay, there's a noblewoman gone missing. Fine. There's a feller says you ate his pigs. He rams a fist into the wall and roars. Then I should have eaten the blazing farmer. I underestimated the love of these villagers for their swine. Oh, so he did eat the pigs. Hey. Calm down. Perhaps you could tell me something else. What are you doing in this cave? Let's see. Number one seems like the only thing I can choose, which we've already done. He hasn't found a better spot yet. I don't see anything. This place isn't safe. Even if you kill me. Oh, there we go. It's only a matter of time before someone else will find you. Number 4. Okay. He grits his teeth and glares at you. His eyes hard and narrow with rage. Korgrak takes several heaving breaths, seemingly ready to charge at any second. Finally, he drops his club. That's what I was afraid of, he sighs, blasting you with his fetid breath. Time to move on, then. Okay, so let's tell him, I have a strong hold at Katnoa. Help me defend it, and you can stay as long as you like. So that's number 2. Sell my services for the shelter of a fortress. Sounds like another kind of trouble, but perhaps one I can handle. He begins shuffling back into the shadows. If you need me, you know where to find me. I'll leave Deerford alone for now. Does that mean he's coming with us or not? Was I successful at this? Bugger me. I don't know if I was successful. Bugger me. Let me look. So I'm still not really sure. Were we successful? We may have an understanding, but I promise nothing for anyone else who wanders in here.
I shall be discreet.
What? I still don't know if he's going to protect my stronghold or not. How odd. Oh well, we did try. Okay. We're not very good at making friends, are we? Oh. Oh, no. No uses left. No. This is...
Okay.
Bugger me. So, we're not going to be able to use that either. See what else she has available? At the moment, nothing. She's one of those ones have to build up points. I don't see anyone slowly dying.
Not too alone, but I'm slowly dying.
What a strange thing to say. What an odd little man. Where is he going? Let's try to get rid of those real quick.
How may I help?
What?
Nice hit. Okay. Trying to help Adair clean up some of this stuff here that is definitely troubling him. That is, I don't think we even need to ask about that one. But both of them are almost dead. I meant the spiders, not the not the people. I tend to get really, really focused. When I start getting quiet, I'm just very heavily focused. We didn't have that many camping supplies. But we're going to have to stop and camp because of him. And then, if we have to again, we will have to... oh, you feel a presence hovering nearby. When you turn, you see the Grieving Mother observing you. Concern crinkles the corners of her eyes and seeps into your mind. You wear the cowl of your own watcher. You wear a cowl of your own watcher. I see you shrouded by old lives and unanswered questions. Can you see any of the details of my old lives? She closes her eyes and you feel her energy directed inward at you. She searches your mind, your memories, and part of you that feels numb and still. She is as gentle as a mother with a newborn. Finally, she retreats. I am sorry. Whatever secrets your soul hides are not present in your mind. So, yes, I've felt them more and more of late. This is why we journey together. That one may draw strength from many, and that much may be mended by the purpose of one. As she peers at you, her brow seems creased with a new kind of anxiety. Your obscure past, does it trouble you? No, whatever I've done, my decisions now matter more. It's true, too. She nods. I admire your clarity, Watcher, and I hope I may help prepare you for decisions ahead. She retreats from you, fading into the background. If you did not already know she was here, you suspect you wouldn't notice her at all. It's quite a talent she's got, isn't it? So it looks like the stream is finally holding, by the way. Those settings seem to be working, at least for the moment.
Secrets whisper here. I shall listen for them.
More spiders. Trying to decide what to do here.
Hey.
That look on my face. Holy shit. He has 2 uses. Let's start with that one then. I want to take out that queen first and foremost. Yeah, those chimes are going to be a dead giveaway. Thanks a lot. So let's see what we have here. Crushing damage, knock down enemies within the area of effect. I like the sound of that. So he's going to have to start wiping out some of the smaller ones, I fear, or we will become overwhelmed. Who's this? Fuck's sake. That pathfinding in here is really, really, really... Shall we be nice and say challenged? Oops. Oh, well, we knew we might get ourselves. Durance, where are you? You're here? Okay. The queen spider is still doing quite well. Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Phantom Padahedahe. Okay. he's just kind of screwed, isn't he?
How may I
Should have
help?
eaten. Why haven't I been using my meals? Can someone tell me?
Not too
Other
long.
than the obvious answer that I'm just an idiot. Let's do a festering wound thingy on her. We have here Pillar of Faith. Let's try this again. Well,
Too long, boy.
Ader is trying to exterminate them. Okay, excellent. If we can stay on our feet long enough, we'll be in good shape. Consecrated ground. If we can. Oh, thank goodness. Thought we lost him. We're fairly useless without a dare, let's be honest. She doesn't have enough points left to do anything yet. Where is he? Ah, that explains why he is getting his butt kicked, doesn't it? Oh, he's down. Oh, good. The queen's down too. Oh, excellent. Whoa. I thought I was done for there. Okay, she's down too, but the queen's down. So that's already a huge improvement. Okay.
Most inconvenient.
Its legs are curled up, but it's not dead. Fair enough. Bugger me. So, can we just like do this and get this over with?
Poison.
Yes, everybody's poisoned. Suck it up, sweet cheeks.
Most inconvenient.
We just need one person to live, by the way. In one of my games, it might have been this one, I got an award for having the party live with one party member still alive. I seem to specialize in that. Seriously? Wow, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was certainly something more than that.
I shall listen for them.
We're getting our butts kicked, so we're going to have to go back to the village and come back later. Oh, but I better guide them because some of these AIs are vicious. I had it in Celasta that it took us through every trap that we avoided when we did a quick travel back to the entrance. It seriously did. It was like, no way. We hit every trap until we died, of course. Which we died on the last trap. It really sucked. Oh, that's why. It's like, why are they... What is going on with you people? Let's go back to the village then and rest. At least we got the ogre done. Night has fallen. Kind of like it in the AC Odyssey where he'll actually tell you, you know. Like it's night or she, depending on which one you're playing, you know. It's daytime. We should make the best use of our, you know, of the light or something like that. Oh, hello. Hello, Sha. Let's go back. So she's definitely not with the ogre, okay? Oh. An entire day. A hunter has arrived seeking employment. Yay. So we're not going to stream too much longer. Again, we will stream.
Healthier than before.
We will stream again this evening. Whoa. Okay, that's complete. He's arrived. Hireling payday. Woohoo! They took 400 from us for that, and shit. Let's see if there is any way to get here before he leaves. That looks like that's the place. Okay. Maybe we can catch him before he leaves. We don't want to save scum too hard, but... no way out there. Not sure that we're saving any time.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Fuck. We just can't get here before that guy leaves, can we? Whoever comes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. And again, we will pick it up at our normal time. Well, actually, I moved the stream. It's in my Twitch schedule. It'll show you it in your local time. I will see you this evening. We will continue. I owed you a stream. Got that paid back. These settings seem to be working. We'll go with that. I hope everyone has a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is in the solar lunar cycle for you. Thank you so much for coming and sitting with me. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you're in YouTube, follow me, whatever. The videos are posted to YouTube. I will have to post this one separately since it crashed so hard. And I will see you when I see you. Thank you. Thanks to everyone.